They are some of the gravest questions candidates have to confront. Questions about the use of military force and how and when they would deploy if they become president. This weekend, the Democrats, hoping to unseat the current commander-in-chief, have been weighing in on his pivotal decision to strike out at a top Iranian commander. Amna Nawaz begins there.
In a Democratic primary race dominated by domestic issues, it was issues of war and peace overseas this weekend that deepened fault lines in the field.
War is the last response to international conflict, not the first.
Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders has been the sharpest critic so far of the Trump-directed airstrike that killed top Iranian military leader Qasem Soleimani. An Iraq War veteran in Dubuque, Iowa, asked Sanders how he would prevent another war in the region as president. Sanders, in warning against future U.S. involvement in the Middle East, highlighted his own record on these issues.
I not only voted against the war in Iraq, I helped lead the opposition to the war in Iraq.
In particular, a difference with former Vice President Joe Biden. Candidate Biden has been stressing his foreign policy experience on the campaign trail. In Des Moines this weekend, he claimed that he opposed the Iraq War, quote, from the very moment the Bush administration started that military campaign.
I opposed what he was doing and spoke to it.
But as senator in 2002, Biden voted for the war in Iraq, voicing his opposition in the years that followed. Biden agreed that Soleimani's alleged crimes warranted the U.S. targeting him. Still, Biden questioned the Trump administration's long-term Middle East strategy.
This is a crisis totally of Donald Trump's making.
Former Mayor Pete Buttigieg, a former naval intelligence officer who served in Afghanistan, took a similar approach.
Now let's be clear. Qasem Soleimani was a bad figure. He has American blood on his hands. None of us should shed a tear for his death. But just because he deserved it doesn't mean it was the right strategic move.
We don't need more war in the Middle East.
Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren, who walked back her initial strong support for the airstrike, this weekend questioned its timing. In an NBC interview, she suggested the president was trying to distract from other issues.
We are not safer because Donald Trump had Soleimani killed. We are much closer to the edge of war. I think the question people reasonably ask is, next week, Donald Trump faces the start, potentially, of an impeachment trial. And why now? I think people are starting to ask, why now did he do this?
The new questions about force and foreign affairs come less than 1 month before the Iowa caucuses. A new CBS News poll shows a three-way tie in Iowa among Sanders, Biden, and Buttigieg, with Warren lagging in fourth. But she also got a boost today from a former primary rival.
There's one candidate I see who's unafraid to fight like hell.
An endorsement from former Housing Secretary Julian Castro, who was the primary field's only Latino candidate before leaving the race last week. He is scheduled to join Warren on the trail tomorrow in New York City. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Amna Nawaz.